Ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday, and welcome to a Midsummer Night's Brawl, our Nexus Gaming Series off-season event. A little something to, a little taster of NGS action between seasons 6 and 7. And we have, oh, the wrong team's up there. First of all, let me fix that because that is not right. There. And the other one. Oh. There it is. Alright, there we go. We have Annie Oak League on the left and Waifu for All on the right, which of course they're not in draft. I'm going to switch those around and then we will be ready to go. Make sure that that's correct. Alright, now we're ready to go. Waifu for All, blue team. And Annie Oak League, the red team. We have the R from the red team. The R from Wedge. Start button. Here we go. Game number 1 in a Midsummer Night's Brawl, our opening opening round matchup. And game 1 will be played on all sandbox modes, so all these games will either be on Full-Sky Foundry or Cursed Hollow. And the game mode is Fight Club. Both teams will start at level 10. And there will be no minions. I repeat, no minions on the map here for game number 1. Game number 2 will be a lightning round. Game speed set to fastest, also on one of the sandbox maps. After that, I'm out. After 2 rounds, we'll pass it over to Dead Latin. And he will take everybody home for the rest of the tournament. Alright, so getting our event off on the right foot. Cho or Gall, I didn't see which one. Cho being banned out here by Waifu. With no minions, I suppose, and no soak really need to be worried about there. I kind of get it. Like, the big weakness of Cho'Gall is the lack of a body and a soak, so no Cho'Gall, no minions. No Gall or Cho. No Anubarak for Annie Oak League. And let's see who AOL will respond with their second ban. They are going to take Sylvanas out. I like that. Full-Sky Foundry Mercenary Queen can be pretty powerful with those turrets. And who will the opening first hero ever selected for a game in a Midsummer Night's Brawl will be Arthas. And now 2 picks for Annie Oak League. Going to be Anna and Gul'dan. Great combination. The Nano onto the Gul'dan is really strong. 2 picks now for Waifu. With the kind of turning into the spirit of the event, banning out Cho and Gall. Let's see if they're going to have something more traditional, or if it will be a theme comp of some sort. That looks traditional to me. Taking a Greymane and an Orpheus, so getting a lot of damage. All the damage you'll ever need with those 2 heroes. Bans coming out now for Annie Oak League. And it will be Morales. No Morales in this game. Waifu for all. They will ban out, let's guess, Murky. Murky ban. Or maybe, no, ETC. They actually went with a real ban there, taking out the ETC. So of course, this is not a best of anything. This is a 1-game knock 'em out bracket and then advance to the next round of wacky, crazy rules. Which will be round 2, lightning round, fastest speed possible on one of the sandbox maps, and we got Blaze and Tyrael coming out for Annie Oak League. Last 2 picks for Waifu. And a special fist bump to JakeBot. This is his brainchild. He really put everything together. And looking to be a lot of fun. A nice, fast, fun kind of single night event to get everybody playing some HOTS and having a good time between the try-hard seasons, which will start here in a couple weeks. July 8th, NGS Season 7 starts. June 30th for placements announcements. And we're going to have Lucio and Big Bad Reworked Chen coming out for Waifu for All. Chen, after his changes, I heard kind of I've heard mixed things, but a lot of people whose opinion I very much respect think he is in a really good spot right now. So we'll be interested to see what Big Egg Roll does on the Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea, Hector, to get the heroes that produce minions to soak the tower shots is not a bad idea. Alright, off to game number 1 on Volskaya Foundry. We'll see how this rolls. I was very curious to see what a no minions game looks like. It just totally changes the dynamic of everything we learn about playing heroes. Mercenaries get a lot more value now because they're going to be soaking the tower shots, but on Volskaya, of course, there's only one lane that actually has those mercenaries. The objective will be magnified. And I think Hector was onto something there. Maybe Arthas with like Army of the Dead or even Syndragosa to neutralize the structures could be valuable. Oh, hey, do I actually have it? All right. Well, nope, I don't have it. Oh, and I forgot, you know, we learned from All right, well, we're off to we're off to a great start. Clearly here. One of the things I started, or that I learned in when we did Deck the Brawls, was this little control panel here on the left can be hidden, but the check mark for it is actually hidden under the overlay in the upper left. So if you're casting or observing, you actually have to click it before that bar goes across the top of the screen. Once it's there, you actually can't reach it. So because I forgot, you guys unfortunately have to deal with that little thing on the left. My apologies for that, but it's the price we pay for memes. Level 10s, no minions crashing. We just go, both teams crash into each other, kind of feeling each other out here. Pina Colada running against the grain and now in a flanking position. Waifu for All stepping up. There goes the oil. There goes Tyrael. Triglav Protector. Jet Propulsion into Wedge, who takes just a ton of damage. Horrify goes out. Lucio goes down. Pina Colada looks like he's going to be next, and he is. But Annie Oakley cleaning up here. Arthas going to go down. Cheryl barrel rolling to safety at 2 for 1 to start. And now what do you do with that if you're Annie Oakley? I think the answer is not much. Oh, you invade because the turret camp just spawned. Big egg roll and a fish. Hunting around on the backside. Chen eats a jet propulsion, and he gets sent back to his room with no dinner. He'll be back in 20 seconds or so. So Annie Oakley here taking control of the map. 3 kills to 1, grabbing both turrets. In the meantime, Waifu for All, they're going to grab their siege camp, and I don't think you can just let these crash anymore. I think you kind of have to push with it, don't you? Because they're the only thing that'll tank the tower shots. Both teams going to clash here at the biotic emitter. Jet propulsion catches 2. Zul'jin there to put in a lot of damage. Shield coming out from Lucio. There's the sanctification. Guillotine landing on Arthas. He is very low. Jet propulsion just misses. Sir Noble actually had less than 100 health. And Waifu for All on a full retreat again. This big burly front line of Arthas and Blaze, or I should say Tyrael and Blaze, really proving to be a problem. Jake bought hotkeys. Weenus and I searched high and low for a way to turn that off other than the way that I mentioned, and we were unsuccessful back in December. So unless something has changed or we're grossly incompetent, both equally possible, no, I don't believe there is.
We've redesigned our Triglav protectors for combat in the Nexus.
Alright, so first objective, 2 minutes in. Now, despite the fact that both these teams are at level 11, I don't believe in sandbox mode that the level scales accordingly. It scales with time, I'm fairly sure. So this will still be a 2-minute Triglav protector. Chen going hard, gets stunned by the jet propulsion. The Waifu for All is looking for something, and they find it. Gul'dan goes down despite the Horrify, as does Zul'jin. Sailor Twift able to juke out of the way of the guillotine. And now that is sound barrier for Lucio. Not a lot of value out of that, but Waifu for All getting the 2 kills, going to work their way down to the objective. You know, I had that thought too, Hector. I thought they might outrange towers too, but I also thought I might be crazy, so I didn't say anything. If they do, then they'll actually get almost more value than if they were minions, because there's no minions there to clear them out. They'll just sit there and permanently push, right? So if they outrange the towers, they could actually be even more valuable. Alt F4, yeah. Boy, you're going to feel terrible if I press that. Alright, both teams here again. Sir Noble forced to back up, very low on health. Captain Wedge does have the turret that he hasn't put down yet. A big jet propulsion. Now the turret goes down. And there's the Eternal Hunger. Pina Colada in a lot of trouble. Forced to pop the Sancta, and it's in time. Orphea goes down. as does Syndragosa right across it, but nobody from Waifu there is able to secure these kills. Arthas going to go down. We'll join Shen and Orphea back at the Hall of Storms, as will Sailor Twift, and probably Captain Wedge as they just hearth for a full team reset. And one more time, AOL gonna secure the turrets. We'll likely grab both, I would guess. Question mark? Yeah, there we go. And this time, Waifu for All gonna grab the mercenary camps. Don't have 13 advantage. But here we go for round 3 over the first objective of the game. Both teams have some of their heroics, but not all. Everybody pressing their buttons. A big Horrify catches 4 and completely spits up blue team. Agfish using that Eternal Hunger to try to zone away some. Zul'jin and Orphea traded out for one another. Sailor Twift going in hard, eating all of the drain life from Gul'dan, not able to quite get away, but Lucio is killed on the point. Tyrael in hot pursuit, nice peels by Sir Noble. Chen does fall as well, so a 3-for-1 in favor of AOL. We have a combined 13 kills here in the first 5 minutes of this game, so no minions equals permabrawl. Let's find out after, and the answer is yes. They do outrange the turrets. So without the minions, if there's nothing there to clear them out, these things will basically perma-push, which is kind of interesting. So AOL looking pretty strong. 9 kills to 4, has about a full level lead. They're about to destroy the first structure of the game as the top fort goes down. And now they are rotating away to the mid lane. Probably going to try to pick up an extra tower or 2. There is an X, Ulysses, but it's hidden under the overlay at the top, so I have to catch it in the first 15 seconds of the game spawning before the overlay goes there. Otherwise, I can't close it out. That's what we found out. Triple jet propulsion into a Horrify. Greymane is in trouble. Wandering Keg causing a little bit of trouble back there, but it's not going to do much more than that. And now Chen might find himself in trouble. The Orphea unable to secure the kill as Pina Colada just kind of hovering away. That is another kill for Annie Oakley there. Now they will also do the team reset thing while Waifu for All goes on the camp. Yeah, the X for that little thing on the left is right under Arthas right now. And in the beginning, if you remember, that little bar at the top there that shows all the heroes and levels takes a second to spawn. You have to click on it before that spawns. AOL rotating up. Now we'll get here too late to get the biotic emitter. But this needs to be accounted for. This is what Hector so lovingly pointed out here. They outrange the towers. A nice move to actually bump them into tower range. That was a cute little maneuver there. But Holy Ground onto the point. Jet propulsion laying down the oil and the fire barrier. Both teams brawling it out. Same talent tier. Biotic emitter goes down. They are all over Gul'dan, who is split away. Trying to knock him away with the barrel roll, and they do, but not quite able to secure the kill. Horrify has been big time after time in this game. Gola does not land the stun. And so far, that was a lot of buttons pressed. No kills. However, Annie Oakley did secure the siege camp. And posturing again. Seeing if they can catch somebody out. These little corridors right here, like where Sir Noble is standing, are really great for Tyrael's Holy Ground to just isolate somebody out. Holy Ground is one of my favorite talents in the whole game. I don't get to play Tyrael as much as I'd like, but it's a lot of fun.
A protector is almost ready. Access exterminate. when I bring it online.
All right, second. Oh, was Annie Oakley going to stay down here and maybe try to tank this? They are throwing out the Gul'dan damage, and the Blaze Oil just trying to finish this mid fort. They're so close. Gul'dan maybe overstepping to get it, and he is. He's just trying to get that last little hit in, and the Sanctification is like a half a second too late, barely too late to save Gul'dan. Waifu for All now on the pursuit, aren't able to secure a kill, but will rotate back up onto the point, having sent Gul'dan back. And one more time, AOL, they will get this fort. They want those Katas to come in the mid lane. Now a man down, they get the fort, and then they jump onto the turrets. Really nice decision-making here for AOL. Key, series over. Which series over? Who won? Give us the deets. We're watching AOL move around the map, take yet another turret. I'm hoping after a minute-long delay, Key is going to be our reporter on the spot and let us know what happened in the other series. All right, 16-14. Here comes Annie Oakley, stepping in, both sides ready to brawl. Pina Colada very low, and they do get him, but the Horrify absolutely wrecks. And Greymane goes down as well. Orphea soon to fall, and she will. Chen down, Arthas down. 4 members of the blue team are down. AOL coming in and absolutely decimating, using their talent tier advantage. Wedge trying to hide in the corner, using their talent tier advantage as well as a couple of turrets to a clean house here in the top lane. And now let's watch these mercenaries pushed unopposed. And AOL going to add another camp on top of that. Sailor Twift is actually tanking all that merc damage. It's a pretty fair amount of damage. The dynamic of this game really changes when there's no minions on the map.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
So Annie Oakley playing this very standard, running down to the bottom lane. They're going to take down every single structure on the way to victory is what they seem to be saying here. This Triglav Protector ripping into the bottom fort. It was going down very quickly.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
Now pushing on to the keep. This Triglav Protector is still at above 50% health, so I would assume they're going to try to get, and will be successful in getting a keep out of there. Now going on to the keep itself, the rest of members of Annie Oakley, in particular Anna, staying way back, just to make sure she doesn't get dove on by that big bad Chen. The Waifu for All, they seem to want this. They're going in. There's the Orphea. There's the Syndragosa to slow the members down. Horrify and Sanctification go out, and that is 2 members of Blue Team falling. Soon to be 3, soon to be 4, except for the Guillotine just missed. But will the dot get him? And it does. Chen, the only member of Waifu for All to survive the massacre in the bottom lane, taking the turrets one more time, and probably shortly after that, we'll be moving on to this bottom keep.
Red team has destroyed the fort. Blue team's core is under attack.
And now making the core call, about 10 to 15 seconds left before the members of Waifu for All are up. It is going to be close. Using excuse me, using the bunker and the turrets to tank the core, but the shields are down and the core health is falling fast. Down at 70%. Big Egg Roll's being as disruptive as he can, but the core is still falling. 50%. Control W. Oh. Well, thank you, Ulysses. We did not know that, and that is way better even without the minimap. Especially with no minions, that minimap is pretty irrelevant. 4, 8%, 7%, 6%, 5, 2, 0. In game number 1, and the only game, going over to Annie Oak League, they will advance to the second round of a Midsummer Night's Brawl. So good luck to them. We're going to shift over to a different place in the brackets. So we'll show you the stats here and the talent tiers for a moment. Then we'll set up our next game and be back here in probably 2 to 3 minutes. So hang out for our second match of a Midsummer Night. We'll be back. Alright, after a lengthy delay, we have 10 players in lobby for another sandbox game on Volskaya Foundry. This time there will be minions, and all of these heroes will be moving obnoxiously fast. Game speed will be set to fastest, as Regen Phoenix will be playing Probius.
Volskaya Industries.
Now, I will tell you, when we did Deck the Brawls, Venus and I tested all of the speeds because we had a game mode with the faster speed as well. And we settled not on doing the fastest because it is really, really fast. So we're going to see that it is going to be an adjustment. It's going to completely change the dynamic of the game with these heroes absolutely flying around. Zeratul first banned out by Regen Phoenix. Garrosh banned out by Probius. I guess the idea of a super speeded Garrosh is a little bit scary. I wonder, with the game speed set this high, if you could actually 5-man rotate all 3 lanes without missing soak. Interesting. Because you'll see when we get in there, these guys really move. Falstad banned out by Regen Phoenix, if I didn't say that already. Second band here for Probius. They're going to take out Tehran. So, Nubrak is still on the board. Very highly contested tank in the meta right now, if that's something they wanted to do. Instead, they go with the Arthas to slow those speedsters down, I guess. Now, I wonder, normally Arthas, once you get in his little, like, his E there. Yeah, I think you're right, Graves. Don't play heroes with skill shots. But I think now, with the increase in speed, I don't think Arthas can hold somebody there anymore, right? Does the speed bonus, will that overcome the slow to the point that you can actually escape his aura by just walking? Johanna and Whitemane picked up by Probius. And now Tubix coming out here by Regen. Best play here is Juice Pirates. Yeah, I heard there was some fine cheese in an earlier match. Didn't get to see it, obviously. But Falstad and Zera are off the board, which are some of the counters. The Juice Pirates. Ariel Gul'dan, that's the same combination we saw last match. Hey Fox, this is a Midsummer's Night's Brawl. It is a sandbox tournament for round 2. All of these teams will be set to the super highest setting of speed. They're going to be flying all over the place. Nobody is going to hit any kind of skill shots. It's going to be complete chaos, as Probius is going to ban out Jimmy Rayner. So last ban of the game over for Regen Phoenix. And Kael'thas taken off the board. Now we're going to have 2 picks here for Probius. Let's see who they go with. Going to go with Jaina Vala. So really piling on the damage. I don't know the answer to that, Ector, honestly. We're gonna have to watch for that. Let's wait for like Jaina to get caught in the Arthas slow as Regen Phoenix really going YOLO with a Zarya Muradin. Last pick for Probius. Those Vala Jainas look super vulnerable now with Muradin Zarya. But Blaze is going to provide some zoning, some crowd control, maybe a bunker to jump into and have a cigar and a sandwich. And what you'll notice as well when we get to the loading screen is that our two teams here, Regen Phoenix and Probius, they came ready to play as their portrait synergy is 100% on point. Now, of course, advantage here to Probius because you can't ever beat a Carbot portrait. Carbot minion in particular is pretty awesome. So first round was Fight Club with... Yeah, remembered this time, guys. I got rid of the bar before the little thing showed up. You see? That's the key. That's how you do it, right there. So no giant control bar here. For game number 2. So our blue team, Regen Phoenix Murder, be playing Muradin, Mudge on Arthas, Arrow on Zarya, Area on Gul'dan, Darabo
5, 4, 3,
on Ariel.
the battle begin.
The red team, Probius, Secret Andsman on Vala, Dragon on Johanna, Hong Fu playing Vala, Milkstar on Whitemane, and who did I miss? Chaos Tank on Blaze. Yes, they are so fast. They're really fast. Oh, there we go. And it's really stupid fast, actually. Like, dumb amounts of fast. And I'm going to try to keep this observer camera smooth, but these guys are really going to be flying. And this is what I asked kind of in the draft. Do they move fast enough to where you could just 5-man all 3 lanes? I think maybe so. And does the mount team mount speed like stagger with the regular move speed? So like when they're mounted, do they really fly? So many questions and not enough answers. I think we might need to do a little scientific testing as Regen Phoenix very quietly had Zarya go grab the camp there. The turret. Vala doing the same. She's going to have a harder time soloing it as reinforcements come en masse and all 4 members of Probius come down. Arrow taking a lot of damage, forced to pop the shield. Solo laner still in the bottom lane. We're going to try to get them some camera time in a minute. These two teams are just brawling over these mercenary camps. Arrow standing his ground and just burning Johanna down. She's getting absolutely chunked by the auto attacks, and Gul'dan finishing the Q quest in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Holy moly. These heroes just move so fast. Arrow, he doesn't worry about that speed. He's just standing there and shooting his laser at whoever comes close. And Probius is just having a hard time dealing with that Zarya poke. Consistent damage. A whip into the wall. Going to put Vala in a rough spot. Both of the solo laners finally making an appearance here. Chaos Tank briefly getting onto the point from the backside. Well, Hector, not just reaction times, but also the speed at which you can move across the map is affected as well. So you can traverse the map for different macro decisions significantly faster, and I think that could also be a factor when there's this much of a speed difference. So first, Rock'em Sock'em Robot going over to Regen Phoenix. All 10 heroes are here in the top lane, brawling over this fort. XP overrated, don't need to worry about the other lanes. Regen Phoenix correctly prioritizing the fountain, and they do get it. Murder forced to dwarf toss away, but between the Gul'dan and the Zarya poke, just look at the health bars on Probius. Just melt, they're absolutely melting. Johanna finally going down, and they're going to push in to take this fort. I don't think there's any way Probius can defend this. And first structure of the game going to Regen Phoenix. Top fort falls. And directly on to the Biotic Emitter. So about a full level lead, 2 unanswered kills, and the structure destroyed by Regen Phoenix. Now they are invading the turrets. They're going to have all of the toys. If they get this one in, there's 2 turrets in the Biotic Emitter, but Johanna saying, no, you shall not pass, at least for now, because I'm going to go back home. A 3-man jet propulsion to peel for his team, but Probius on the back foot again. Johanna goes down, they lose their turret anyway, and Regen Phoenix will now be on the verge of their level 10 heroics. Oh, somebody grab the turret. There we go. Blaze in a lot of trouble, taking a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. The Graviton Surge from Zarya holds in 4. It leads to 2 kills. Arthas is on. So look, Johanna can just walk out of that aura, if you notice that. So this move speed actually is higher than the slow reduction from Arthas now. Although he is faster as well. So maybe if he walks with her, he can hold her in it? I don't know. Because just a second ago, Johanna just walked out of this.
Secure it to activate the protector.
Well, no, consider this, Hector. If that means you can move... well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Graviton Surge doesn't catch anybody, but Arthas catches Jaina. She goes down. Probius in trouble again. Ario coming in on the flank. Whiteman going down. Blaze soon to follow. And mid-fort going down as well. As is Vala. Maybe Johanna. So when the death timers are, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, it gives you more choices on the map with what you can do in that time because you can get to any place on the map faster. So if you're bottom lane and the top keep is exposed and low, and the death timers are 20 seconds, with normal game speed, maybe you don't get up there in time to destroy it before the enemy team spawns, but with the increased speed, maybe you do. Probius coming in. Talonteers be damned, but a huge 3-man expulsion zone. Ring of Frost. Everybody pressing their R buttons, and this time it is Regen Phoenix that is falling as 2 members are already down. They have their eyes on Ariel, can't quite finish her, but the turn coming out, dropping the Vala. Will Whitemane go down? Everybody's going to go down. What an absolute bloodbath. 3 for 2 in favor of Regen Phoenix, make it 4 for 2. Rain of Disappointment rains down from above. And a 4 for 2 team win for Regen Phoenix. Arthas is on the point. The other members are going to do this camp? Question mark? They are. Now, if Probius comes in here, whoa, this is a 5-on-4. Arthas isn't here. Regen Phoenix does not care. They do get the Vala. Arrow is very low, but the damage is just so high coming out by Zarya. So they get the camp, they get the Triglav, a 3-level lead, 15-2 in the kill counts. Top keep is going to go down. And Regen Phoenix not quite feeling like they can end. They are instead going to try to try for a double keep. Johanna going down one more time. And now 2 more members of Probius going down. And with a rain of disappointment coming down from above, Regen Phoenix on 4. I think this is very likely to be game over to Regen Phoenix. Solidly so in our fastest man alive game. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to throw you guys over to Dead Latin, and he will take you home on a Midsummer Night's Brawl after we see the talents and the stat screens. So thanks so much for hanging out, guys, on our fast and fun off-season event here in the Nexus Gaming series. And thanks to JakeBot for putting this all together. Did a great job. Very lighthearted, good time, change of pace event. And so thanks for hanging out, guys. We're going to send you over to Dead Latin. Be sure to tune in Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific for the June Mead Hall, where placements and all of the other relevant Season 6 info will be announced. Have a great night, everyone.